I'm going to go over the basic differences between mitosis and meiosis. We've gone through some of this in class, so this is hopefully a review or to give you a better grasp of the differences between them. We've covered mitosis. We'll go over a little more in depth on meiosis here. Let me go over the basics of each of them. In mitosis, you start out with 46 chromosomes. You have 23 pairs. Remember, you got half of them from your mother, half of them from your father, 2N, 2 copies of each. You go through prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase, and you end up with 2 cells that have 46 chromosomes each. They are identical to the cell that you started with. In meiosis, you start with the same type of cell, 46 chromosomes, 2 copies of each chromosome. You go through prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase of meiosis 1. You end up with these cells that are going to look slightly different. We'll talk about them. And then you go through prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase of meiosis 2, and you end up with 4 cells that each have 23 chromosomes, 1 copy of each of the chromosomes, 1N. Meiosis is going to occur in the testes of males to make sperm, or in the ovaries of females to make ovum, or eggs. So let's look at the differences a little more in detail. So remember, in each of your cells, you have, we're going to focus on just chromosome 1. We're just going to pick one. So one of your chromosome 1s came from your father. One of your chromosomes 1s came from your mother. Remember, during interphase, what those chromosomes will do is they will make a copy. So you've got a blue chromosome here, it makes a copy, and that gives you your second, and that gives you your sister chromatids. Same thing for the chromosome 1 that you got from your mother. That's during interphase. Then they will get the signal to go through mitosis, and you will start in prophase, and then at metaphase, remember they come to the middle, that metaphase plate. And in mitosis, they will line up like this. The centromeres would be here on the poles, spindle fibers attaching. You then go through anaphase. They start to come apart, telophase, and then you end up with 2 daughter cells. This has 46 chromosomes. This has 46 chromosomes. These chromosome versions I'm showing you just have not gone through making copies of themselves. Okay, but you have the same number of chromosomes, the same copies in each of these daughter cells. So you start with 46 and you end up with 46 in each of the daughter cells. How does that look different in meiosis? Same thing though, during interphase, they will make copies of themselves, so you still have the sister chromatids of the version you got from your father and the version you got from your mother. But instead of lining up like this on the metaphase plate, in metaphase of meiosis 1, they line up like this, with the red version here, the blue version here. Centromeres are still on the poles, spindle fibers, but when it pulls now, it's going to pull all of the red version to this cell, all of the blue version to this cell. And this is what you have after meiosis 1. Then what's going to happen? Meiosis 2 is going to occur. You're going to have prophase, metaphase, and when you get to metaphase, they all line up on the metaphase plate like this and like this. And again, you have to kind of imagine all 23 chromosomes lined up like that. Then they're going to go through anaphase. You're going to get a split here. It's going to look like this. So one copy of this chromosome is going to go here. The other copy is going to go here. Over here, you're going to have one copy go this way, one copy go here. So you have 4 cells now that each have 23 chromosomes instead of 46. So from the one cell, you got 4 cells. They are not the same. They have 23 chromosomes in them. Okay? They do not look the same like what you get from mitosis. So here you have the male version, the male copy of the chromosome from your father. So put this in, so males, if you're making sperm, okay, if you're making sperm, then what happens is out of the 4 sperm that are made from this cell, 2 of them have the copy of chromosome 1 that you got from your father. Here, 2 of them have the chromosome 1 copy that you got from your mother. Okay. Now there's something else called crossing over that we will go over that I'm not discussing in this video. This is just to give you the basics. Okay. In females, same thing. So females, when you make ovum eggs, they're either going to have your copy of chromosome 1 that you got from your father or the copy of chromosome 1 that you got from your mother. Now in females, we don't end up with 4 viable ovum, but we will talk about that when we go through it more in detail, just focused on males and females. Okay, so this is just the basic differences between the two. You may have to watch it a couple times to understand the difference. The key here is how they line up on that metaphase plate, okay, during metaphase. Here of mitosis, here of meiosis 1. If you have any questions, let me know.